Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. Yeah, we're here though. Big shout out to everyone watching this early morning. Today, Tuesday, November 18, 2025. My name is Jrod. I'm very happy to be here. And if you are here watching after everything has going on for the past few days, give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. You have to give yourself a round of applause. Yeah, seen it in the title. Idaho for Bryan Kohberger. Pro burgers versus guilters. The comeback of my shell fights. And Jrod point. Oh man. Oh man. Man, I was in vacation about the fuckery. I was. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do early. Uh so I might drop the link. So I don't know. Again, I always gotta bring the breaking news, right? So I was supposed to go live about this yesterday after some very interesting videos that I've seen. Listen, I'm a YouTube true crime content creator. So the case that I'm still working on this day to day and that I'm still bringing content from is the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, even though the case is closed as we speak today. So I was searching the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, right? And I came across a very interesting post from someone that we haven't seen in a long time, you know? So that person is Mrs. Michelle Art. After a long disappearing from YouTube, the lady come back, and for those that don't know who Michelle Art is, I might give you a quick browsing over it. Uh, Michelle. So Michelle came to YouTube during the Idaho Fall Bryan Kohberger case. She was, I guess, just a true crime aficionado. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you for the mic check. Very, very, very appreciated. Thank you for being here. She said the power went out. Don't worry, you all good. Hopefully everybody's okay over there in Costa Rica. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Very so much appreciated. Thank you so much for being here, boss lady in the chat. Please make sure you give yourself a round of applause also. And as always, before we continue, Amy Conway advised to please make sure to hit the like button. It's very, very appreciated. Tonight we're gonna bring you a little story about the Idaho Full Bryan Kohberger case content creation. The link is on top of the chat. The link is on top of the chat. That link is exclusive for my child arts. But if anyone else wanna come up and have conversations about the topic in question, yeah, more than feel free to hit the link so we could talk about the topic in hand. Idaho Full Bryan Kohberger, Pro Burger versus Guilters, that come back on my child arts and Jrod on point. Ah man. So I was supposed to go live with this last night. My apologies to our moderators and our apologies to our subscribers. Um I was tired. I was tired. I was like, you know what? This is it's a topic that I want to talk about, but it's not a topic that I'm dying to talk about it. So I was like, I came with the idea yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let the title marinate. I'm gonna let the title marinate to see what's the feedback that we get out of the title. Oh man, y'all don't wanna know. People that didn't hit me up, people that hasn't hit me up like for the past 6 months, hit me up out of nowhere. Like people that I haven't heard from for a long time. Soon as I put the title up, I get a text, and I'm like, "Thank you for letting me know," but I already know. And by the way, like I did not set that on the text because it's like I'm not trying to instigate no situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to instigate situations. I miss you too, Amy Conway. Very so much appreciated. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Amy Conway said you were right on. ML invaded Outcast. Oh, she done that with many people. You know what I mean? She have done it with many people. Um, but here's the thing that I wanna go back to. So when I put the title up, people hit me up. Okay, cool. I guess the title and having the live stream schedule. Love you, baby. Love you. Um, I think that it did the effect. It did the effect that I was looking for. I don't know if Amy Conway know what I'm talking about. So so as soon as I put the title up, pew! Amy Conway say, yup. Sí, claro. Pues, ¿por qué te digo que no? Sí, sí. So the whole purpose of this live stream, again, is to talk about the Idaho 4 and Bryan Kohberger under the POV of Jrod on Point and Michelle Arts. I'm only expecting to have a conversation with the infamous Michelle Arts. Because I'm so happy. You see, when I saw that video that she put out, I was like, well, I guess it's time to talk to her. Because, after blaming me of being, what his name? Dr. Shifty? Dr. Shifty. It was Dr. Shifty? I don't remember. It wasn't a character, or it wasn't a persona to remember. Like, again, I gotta say, within the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, a whole bunch of weird, because that's the word. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be a piece of shit early. No, no, no. I'm not trying to. Ah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't know. So with all those weird characters, they pour in, they'll trickle in to the true crime community out of nowhere. Because you see, if this was people they were like true crime viewers, like true crime content creators wanna be, you know what I'm saying? Like when the Idaho 4 came out, it was a whole bunch of characters that it came out of the woodwork to talk about the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. This is people that first time ever even hearing Amy Conway say, yes, weirdos. I agree, brother. This is people that we never heard from before. But the Idaho 4 pop out. And then now we have a Michelle Arts. We with this witchy witch, psychic wannabe. I talk to spirits. I talk to spirits. I saw spirits flying all over me. So then this other character, what was that? Dr. Snifty? Dr. Snifty. I don't know. I heard he liked to smell his own underwears. Uh, I don't know if it's true. I heard that from people that say they know him. I don't know. Like, listen, it's a whole bunch of people come to me and tell me a whole bunch of shit. I don't. I don't trust nothing that they tell me. You feel me? I only come here and tell you what is being told to me. The Dr. Snifty, he sniffed his own underwear. So I don't know if it's truth. I don't know if it's not. I don't care. But if people are willing to talk about you like that you smell your own underwear, ah, champ. Ah, can only imagine the life that you live. So, so I was very happy to see my shell arts recognizing that I'm not him. I'm not Dr. Snifty. I'm not. I have never been. Big shout out to Bob Markey. Thank you for being here. Very so much appreciate it. He said front on back. I don't know what you mean, but big shout outs to you. Very appreciate it. So, and we kind of say, hey Bob. Big shout out to Bob. Thank you for being here. Very so much appreciate it. So I was very happy that for the first time after a long time, after this person was saying, after my show arts was like, I know that Dr. Snifty's Jrod point, this and this and that. And I'm like, bitches, you crazy. I don't have time for this shit. Do you think I got time like you do? No, I don't. Listen, sometimes I schedule live streams and I go to sleep. Okay, so listen, if you want me to be, I'm not monetized right now. You can see it right here on my banner. Jrod Point demonetized. All right, so listen, if you want, I'm sorry to say this. I don't even want to say this. But if y'all want to see me more often, listen, give me some kind of motivation. Listen, sometimes true crime by itself is not motivation enough. Because sometimes true crime is so nasty and obnoxious that it's like, I'll pass. I pass. Listen, I'm a pop a movie. I'm a pop a good Netflix. I'm a pop a good Netflix. I'm a pop a new series. I'm a pop a all series that I have seen 100,000 times. Way before I come here to. It doesn't motivate me. Hey Jrod, but why you not motivated? Because the money. I thought you was all about victims. Yeah, I'm all about victims, but how can I help victims if I can't even help myself? If that was the case. You just think about that for a second. You just think about that for a second. Listen, if I'm not making money in YouTube, I have to make money somewhere else, right? So I hate to say this, but if you want to see me on YouTube more often talking to you about these true crime cases, listen, you send me a cash app. You send me a cash app, and under that note, you be like, Jrod, we need you to talk about this and this and this and that. We need your opinion, we need your expertise and this and that. Listen, you send me the cash app, all right? And if you don't know where to send it, you send it right here. The cash app is the On Point Family. If you want to see your boy Jrod more often, if you want to see me every day, if you want to see me once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, if you want a dedicated show, If you want a collaboration, like if you are a small content creator and you know that I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of content creators that I do collaborations with for free. You know what I mean? They just come, pop up in the panel, and we just have great conversations. Big shout out to Kane Bees Disperge. Big shout out to my guy. Very so much appreciated. Big shout out to the guy. But if you want to see me a little bit more often, hit the cash app, the On Point Family. You know what I'm saying? Hit me on the note. Talk to me. Let me know what you want. And I'll pop up a little bit more motivated than what I'm already are. But listen, man. Open the bank. Open the bank. Open the bank. Open the bank. All right. So getting back to it. So when I hear this old lady after years and years and years of calling me these making people think there is a chance of me being this crazy goofball, Dr. Snifty. I heard that he keep harassing her. I heard that he keep, following her wherever, whatever chat she goes to, and stuff like that. So I was like, oh shit, cool. I think that'll be something that we could talk about. And and then I keep seeing that after all the documents that had come out about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case, these idiots still believe that Bryan Kohberger is guilty. Oh yeah, well, you know what I mean? He plead guilty, stupid. But don't you think if Bryan Kohberger is guilty, the the state would be more than happy to share the information with us right away without any type of like seal, any type of hiding names and whatnot? Because again, the case is over, right? The case is closed, so y'all supposed to open the books. The only information they should be suppressed is private information from those that are on the paperwork. For those in the paperwork, for those on the paperwork. But Mikey said, can you hear me in the back? Fane stay in line and the usual suspect first a monologue. All right, all right, all right, all right. Big shout out to Bob. Big shout out to Bob. Thank you for being here. Very so much appreciated, my guy. It's always an honor to have you here. Big shout out to Bob. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to everyone watching. Thank you for being here. Talk to me in the chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Don't just sit there looking at this handsome man while you know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Just talk to me in the chat, participate in the show, and have a good time. We got Amy Conway, we got Bob in the chat. You're gonna have a good time. So my intentions it was to talk to Michelle Arts after seeing that, I guess she recognized that I couldn't be, I could not be that person. Because I think actually that person is pretty nasty. That person is pretty nasty. And I think that if you ask me, he called himself a man. So now that I see that I'm not the subject of her blaming me of harassing her and and being all this nasty person that person is, the link is right there to have a conversation. 'Cause you know what I mean? I don't know how people could complain and being a victim and whatnot, and then nobody want to hear their voice. And soon as someone like me that has been having problems with you for years give you the opportunity to come and talk to the people, all the shit that you want to talk about, because at least you know that in my channel someone will look at it. It seems that your channel, you keep making it private and stuff like that. You'll never get an algorithm. You complain about people not watching you share. You complain about people ignoring you and whatnot. But you know, now that we give you the opportunity for you to speak, you disappear again. You disappear again. You made your channel again private. You left. I guess job well done out of me. They just putting you on the title will make you get the fuck out of here. I didn't know I was that powerful. I did not know I was that powerful. Amy Conway says so many ding dongs out there think a plea is a confessional unreal. And some Joe John's trolling me, BK guilty, say, okay, Bob said. It's a whole bunch of weirdos, because you know what? Even when you admit killing someone, the government still have to prove that your admission is correct. You could say that you did whatever you did. You could say and confess whatever you confess. The government still have to have the proof to back up that confession. Because right now we have a confession and a plea deal out of Kohberger, right? But everything that is on the paperwork against Bryan Kohberger exonerates the guy. Now you explain that to me. If a man confess of a crime and take a plea deal, we must see on the paperwork that this man is guilty. We must see through the evidence that they will show after the case gets closed. You shall see that Bryan Kohberger is guilty on paperwork. You should see that the evidence that they had against Bryan Kohberger was ultimate and final. But then now we don't see none of that. Now that the case is over, Bryan Kohberger looks more innocent than ever. Not just look more innocent than ever. Hey, she took it down after Outcast. I think people won't pull up. We're a victim against the talking. You see, I got my own opinion about Outcast. You know what I mean? Like, I have my own opinion about Outcast. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna sit here, okay? Because literally that's what Outcasts do. He literally sit there and play the content of other content creators with not much explaining, with not much conversation, with not much breaking it down. If I do, I don't have a problem with Outkast at all because I don't know the guy, but his style of bringing the true crime is lazy. He's lazy, and he's using the name of a famous rap group. He lucky he hasn't got clapped. He lucky that that channel hasn't got clapped. Because he Outkast the rap group, see himself calling himself Outkast in the same way that they spell it, they'll clap his channel the fuck out of here. But why I'm gonna go to someone that I don't know, that I don't care for, that I see that his content is weak, even though he get views and get people on the chat and da 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 da. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I really don't. I care about having the conversations that we should have here. But if I'm gonna do like Outkast, if I'm gonna do like Outkast, playing everybody else's video, and literally what he's doing is plastering everybody else's video on his channel, so you could come and watch other people's videos on his channel when you could just go to the original people and watch the show over there, because it's really nothing the Outkast will I have watched. I have sat there to see. Listen, when I want to talk about someone, I need to sit there and listen to them. And I have sat there and listened to Outkast and his motto and the way he go about true crime. It's like, dude, you goofy. You goofy. It's like, why are you gonna go live to play everybody else's videos, but you don't bring no substance to it? You literally sit there, play videos, play music, and you don't put no fucking 2 cents that will make sense. Because your job, what you think that is your job, is coming to YouTube True Crime, play the videos of YouTube True Crime content creators, and you babbling in the chat with a whole bunch of retards that don't fucking know a thing about true crime. And you know, idiots, they stick together. So yeah, I have my own opinion about Outkast. You know what I'm saying? In the same way I got my own opinion about all content creators, because I listen and I watch all content creators. Because for me to say anything about any content creator, I have to pay attention. I have to listen. I have to watch their show. Sometimes I torture myself watching their crap just for me to have an opinion about the bullshit that they doing. But I'm not here to police true crime. Like, I'm not here to do that. Like, I could give you my opinion about a content creator. I could tell you what I think about their content. But I'm not here to police true crime and tell you nothing about, I don't want no one to go to Outkast and say no crazy things. I don't want no content creator to get harassed. That's why we got here over 300 plus blocks. We block you the fuck out of here. Like, listen. While I'm live, if you're not here to talk about the topic at hand and you're not here to actually have a productive conversation and get the topic somewhere, and you come to the chat, start trolling and saying a whole bunch of stupid shit, why would I want you here? That's why we have a whole bunch of true crime chat rooms that we can't even go to. That's why at this day today is a whole bunch of chat rooms that a lot of people can't even go to, because we have a whole bunch of content creators that are looking for the attention. They are looking for the chat room to be filled up and go, 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 go. We a whole bunch of retards. A whole bunch of motherfuckers talking about a whole bunch of shit that doesn't even have nothing to do with what the host is talking about. So no, I don't want to see a chat like that. I don't want to chat a whole bunch of fucking friends that are there in the chat to talk about how their day's going and shit like that when we have a fucking show to talk about. Distracting the chat. Or why me as a content creator, when I'm trying to bring a serious topic, I don't care how you feel about it. I don't. But if you can't say nothing positive or a productive criticism, a productive criticism, as soon as you type it, you know in the back of your head, you know what? As soon as I say this, is this a good tone of text? And I might be a little critical, but I'm gonna say something that I think that he should know. I agree with all those things. Positive criticisms and stuff like that, I'm cool with that. But when you want to be racist, just because I'm Puerto Rican, just because I'm Latino, you want to be racist, or just because I'm Latino and I'm Puerto Rican and you white and you're a white content creator and you think that, like Jay and Bree, that he think that just because I'm Latino, I'm a dumbass. Because these men don't know me. He don't know me from a hole in the wall. He's the dumbass. Jay and Bree is the dumbass that fell in the trap of the emails. Fell in the trap that started in the beginning of the Idaho Fall. When soon as we started talking about the Idaho Fall, Amy Conway, I don't know if she's still here, but when I started talking about the Idaho Fall, Bryan Kohberger, the first person that all these idiots on emails from Idaho, okay, operators from the University of Idaho, they came to YouTube. Thank you, Amy Conway. Operators of Idaho, YouTube operators from Idaho, they reach out to me. The same motherfuckers, they reach out to Jay and Bree. And you know why I know? You know why I know that it's the same people? Because it's the same people that have been pushing the false narrative of drug deal going wrong. The false narrative of these undercover informant that he came out of a drug deal going wrong or a drug bust. The CI is the one that shut the fuck up, Jay and Bree. You are the only dumbass that I know that it gets a lot of views. And that just tell me how much of a dumbass your community is. Dead ass. Because way before Jay and Bree, way before you came to YouTube, way before you even put a piece of content in YouTube, I was already here talking about the Idaho Fall. I was already the tip of the spear. That's why all these idiots came to me to try to push the false narrative about Gonzo and the drug deal going wrong. All because they're going to call his family and their dirty street deals and this and this and that and all this other shit. Try to blame try to blame Kara or anything that Kara might be going through at that time. That was way before Jay and Bree came to the fucking spectrum of true crime. That we was here exposing all these other idiots that was sending emails on email chains to a whole bunch of content creators spreading these lies about the drug deal going wrong, or about the drug deal going wrong, robbery, all these other bullshit that they wanted to talk about. All that shit was sent to me with detail that I have set here. I have set here and broke down all those emails with Jrod. I broke down every single email that these crazy people, Casamedian, Translucent, and all these other idiots, I call them Idaho 4 YouTube operators from the University of Idaho. Because these motherfuckers came around only when the Idaho 4 started. And then they started sending me a whole bunch of emails about Gonzo. That's how they call in the streets. I guess that's how they call Steve Goncalves. And all these other shit that they started sending me. I came here and expose them. Expose them. Loud and clear. Expose them as frauds. And it got confirmed. My homework got confirmed. Because while I was telling them frauds, calling them frauds, at this day today, the paperwork will tell you that they were all frauds, including Jay and Bree. Jay and Bree still got the balls to put a video 5 days ago saying the real perps in the Idaho in the case. The real perps. Talking about how a bunch of nothing, that it was the same thing that it was sent to me long time ago, and I refused to talk about. They promised me, yo, you talk about this, you're gonna get a shitload of views, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about all that shit. I already did my own investigation. I already spoke with Moscow PD. I already proved the whole YouTube true crime wrong. I did it on the Kiely Rodni case. Big shout out to Beep Beep. Big shout out to Lucy Lou. I already proved everybody wrong. I already proved Jay and Bree wrong. I proved Jay and Bree wrong way before he became to be Jay and Bree. Because before he started putting that information out, I was already criticizing the information and the source of that information. Exposing right in front of everybody. And then out of fucking nowhere, the same people sending me that information, some way, somehow, they got on hold with this fucking crackhead called Jay and Bree. Well, I don't know if he's a crackhead now. I don't know. But I guess he has a record. He has a record of being a crackhead. He has a record of drug abuse and being a fucking dumbass. All right? That's his problem. But some way, somehow, these idiots, due to that, did not work with me. It did not work with me. Okay? They went some way, somehow, they found a Jay and Bree to put all this fucking information on his hand, and he was the only dumb motherfucker that he came to YouTube and talk about this shit like he knew something. So if you're gonna sit there and talk about Bryan Kohberger's guilt, that was the first fucking thing that it came out of your pussy ass mouth. Because I don't have no respect for you, J. You're a racist piece of shit. And you already proved that to me. You're a racist piece of shit. Because just because I'm Puerto Rican, just because I'm Latino, you piece of shit say that just because I say that Jack Decor and the frat boys did this shit, I'm not smart. What the fuck you talking about, you fucking cunt son of a bitch? All these people that you talking about, all these people that you talk about, this drug deal shit bullshit, is nowhere to be found in the fucking documents, you fucking dumb son of a bitch. It's nowhere to be found in the fucking documents. Oh, but you know what it tells you that I won? You know what it tells Jay and Bree? You know what it tells you that I won? And you should be embarrassed of it. Putting yourself out here to say a whole bunch. You're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass man. And you're gonna come here to YouTube True Crime and act like you know what you're talking about when the first thing that it came out of your pussy ass mouth, it was that Bryan Kohberger was guilty and you knew why? And you talk for a long time like that man was guilty. Oh, but documents started coming out. That just tells you that you motherfucker did not know a fucking thing. You did not know a fucking thing. You was only going by whatever it was told to you through emails. You did not do no homework. You did not know no investigation. You did not have no people doing not a fucking thing for you. You was not even doing your, you know what? The homework that you say that you're doing and you show to the people is your fucking hallucination. Because anything and everything that you say on those fucking videos is nowhere to be found in the fucking documents. Don't believe me? Don't believe me. All right, cool.
You can.
Let's listen to this idiot real quick.
The Idaho 4 case. And you know what's interesting? With every new doc that's released, with every new forensic report that they make available to us, and every interview that wonderful people keep getting from their Freedom of Information Act requests,
it proves and shows that you did not know and you do not know what the fuck you talking about. You only saying that in the beginning to make it fucking believable, you idiot. Do you really think you're smart, bro? You really think that you're smart? This idiot really think he's smart. Because you say that, you say all that to say that you know you're wrong. You're using the same words that I'm using, so you know you watch me. You know you watch me. Rest in peace, Tommy. You, after Tommy you died, you even made a video and said like, oh well, you know what? I'm starting to not be so tough on the people that believe that Jack D and the frat boys did and da 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 da. No, you stupid son of a bitch, because you fucking know you fucking wrong. But you're not man enough to admit that after all the documents that it came out, none of the shit that you talk about is in the documents. Now, one motherfucker that you talk about, a fucking Aryan Nation type shit, none of those motherfuckers are in the fucking documents. You know who's in the documents? Jack D. So why you not man enough? You know why you're not man enough? Because you racist, bro. Because you racist. You only watch the back. You only watch the back of another white person like you. Do you see my face? Do you see how white I am? I think I'm whiter than you. I think my neck is redder than yours. And yeah, I said it. If you ask me, I think I'm a bigger redneck than you. More of a real redneck than you. If you ask me, how the fuck can you be racist to someone that look just like you dickhead? Light skin and everything. But no, because I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Latino, and I've been banging on you. I've been banging on you since you came out with all that bullshit of Kohberger being guilty with all you weird ass TikTok fucking model. Because you a TikToker. You're not even a YouTube content creator. You a TikToker. You're like you, Birdie, with your TikTok shit. Birdie's still running around circles, not knowing what the fuck. Because the only thing that he's doing is pulling the tail off all of y'all. Pulling the tail off all of y'all. He very commercial. He very commercial. But have he say anything? They'll tell you that Jack Dick did it? No. Because he don't fucking dare to say that. Huh? Which content creator? Not even Lana. Not even Lana got the balls to say, like, you know what? I think Jack D did it. I think he did it. I think Moscow PD turned a blind eye because it's frat boys, it's sorority girls that are all in cahoot to kill the Idaho foe. So that'll be a failure of a system for the University of Idaho because they don't have no control of the young adults. It's not a system in place. It's not a system in place in the University of Idaho that will keep the young adults under control. The system of the University of Idaho failed when the Idaho 4 got killed. That's why it was 7 hours and plus to build what the fuck they gonna do. If y'all really have seen and watched all these documents, y'all know for a fact that in the only way all this paperwork and all this narrative is how it is at this day today is because they knew what the fuck happened. They knew who the fuck did it. And the only way to go around it and have a case that you have at this day today, even after a plea deal, that every single document that it comes out, it put in question this investigation. It put in question the how reliable was this information. Because if you ask me, it sounds like this is a whole bunch of they put a whole bunch of excuses. They put a whole bunch of excuses and make themselves look like not able to investigate this crime, right? How in the heck you gonna tell me that at this day today we have those documents in the way they came out? And at this day today, no one could tell you that Bryan Kohberger is guilty for a fact. It bothers me that meanwhile I was trying to have a conversation with this dickhead, Jay and Bree, to see if probably me breaking down certain things that he's missing on his information, he will be like, you know what, Jrod, then thank you for that. Let me look into this other thing. I probably would have given him some clarity on the dumb shit they've been put on his plate for him to put out there. But let's keep listening to this idiot to make, listen, I love to hear someone embarrassing themselves. And by the way, big shout out to Lana, but yeah, Lana have friends in sorority. Lana was part of a sorority. I don't know if she still is at this day today, part of a sorority. Okay? I appreciate Lana. Y'all know me. I appreciate Lana, but Lana still compromised. She'll give you all what the paperwork is giving you. But at this day today, even after all the paperwork that it came out, she still cannot have the conviction to say, yes, Jack D and the frat boys did it. Because obviously all this shit that I'm reading to you, it tells you that. Not Jrod on point. I'm not telling Jrod on point told you since 2022 because I fucking did my homework. I have people on the ground. I did my homework. That's why I had the conviction to talk to Moscow PD 2 weeks after this shit happened. And guess what? I was telling you from the very beginning in 2022 that this right here happened because Jack D, Jack, Jake, and their friends. Because there's no way, no how that you're going to kill Maddie and you're going to kill Kiely without their boyfriend and ex-boyfriend being there. Guess why? Because no one had more reason to kill them than them. In my opinion. Due to what is being out. Because y'all don't know the dirt that I know. Y'all don't know that. Listen, y'all don't know the dirt that I know on Kiely's and Jack Decor relationship. I'm saving that for a very special moment. I think I'm saving that for the day that y'all hear that Bryan Kohberger is going back home. I think I'm saving that, the info that I have on Kiely and Jack Decor's relationship and Jake and Maddie's relationship and Kiely and Maddie's relationship. Amy Conway already have heard enough from the beginning of this case about it. Lucy said he and I are in the same state, far from each other. Saying this, though. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Lucy Lou. Thank you for being here. Very appreciated. Very fit on all the facts from the beginning. You see, here's the thing, though. It is a lot of content creators. You know what? Before we do that, let's listen to this idiot.
Every statement that's made gives us a little bit more insight into the truth in this case, which in the end is
that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you idiot.
What we want, the truth in this case. One thing is quite certain. They barked up the wrong tree with BK.
Yeah. You bark up the wrong tree with BK. You. No one else. Because in the beginning, okay, everybody's allowed to change their mind. Everybody's allowed to change their mind, right? But you know what that tells me? That in the very beginning of this case, you didn't pay no attention. Because this case is not complicated at all. This case was never complicated at all since day one. Since day one in this Idaho 4 case, you knew all the tattletales of cover up. Again, if you are smart enough, street smart, your shystiness is on point. Your devious is on point. Recognizing the lies on point since day one. That's if you did pay attention to the case. But no, the first thing that it came out of your mouth, it was that Bryan Kohberger was guilty, and you was giving us the reasons why he was guilty, right? Lucy said, I'm on Team Facts. And listen, I'm in the same thing. Listen, if you see or hear anything that I said wrong, listen, feel free to correct me. Feel free to enlighten me. I don't have a problem with that, Lucy Lou. You know me, though. But I got to give this idiot a little bit of what he deserved, because it does bother me. He put this video after I already cooked him. I cook them on that live stream that I just put out the clips and stuff. I cook them. And he want to reinsure his point on this. You know what's the worst thing about it? That if he could have said anything to back his theory with anything that is in the documents, I might give him the benefit of the doubt. But you was, since day one, you was wrong saying that Bryan Kohberger was guilty. That just told me right there and there that you did not research, you did not investigate the topic, you did not look through everything and anything that you could look into before you even said that Bryan Kohberger was guilty, because you was looking for what's popular. Jay and Bree is one of those. Whatever is popular, he want to put himself in as he knows. So it was popular to say that Bryan Kohberger was guilty. The people that were saying that Bryan Kohberger was guilty was getting a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. Jay and Bree got all his subscribers when he was saying that Bryan Kohberger was guilty. That's how Jay and Bree became Jay and Bree with all these views. Then, after the documents started coming out and things in court starting to develop, now he like, oh, but I think Bryan Kohberger might be innocent. And I'm over here like, no kidding, you deep shit. Like, what? Welcome. What else I could say? Because I was the only content creator on YouTube since 2022 telling you that Bryan Kohberger was innocent and the reasons why. The only one. The only one. I have witnesses in chat about this. The only content creator for a long time. Then what happened? And then what happened? Because I seen it happen. I seen it happen on real time. Because I was pushing the narrative and I was getting a lot of views back then. On the main channel, a lot of views. That's when I was making, I started making my appearances in Dago and all these other true crime shows and stuff like that. So then when people started to hear like, damn, J-Rod on point, what he's saying, it makes sense. So just because what I was saying was making sense, but no one had proof of it, but it was making sense, a lot of people leaned to my side, and they was like, you know what, J-Rod, I think you're right. I'm gonna look into that. And what happened? They started seeing that Kohberger do not look as guilty as they say. Then now we have all these other content creators giving Bryan Kohberger the benefit of the doubt. I don't care if no one wanna give me my credit. I don't care. I know. People in chat know that meanwhile all content creators in YouTube were telling you that Bryan Kohberger was guilty. I was the only one telling you that he was innocent and the reasons why and what you should be looking into. That was me. We know documents. We know paperwork. We know nothing. That was me, the only one. Then when documents started coming out, then now because you have paper in front of you, now you're gonna change your mind. You know why? Because I did my homework early. Y'all such amazing YouTube true crime content creators, but y'all don't know how to get to the point. That's why my name is Jrod on Point. Y'all don't know how to get to the point. Y'all scared to get to the point.
Until people open their eyes and get out of their own way, finding the truth is going to be difficult for a lot of people.
Why won't you get out your own ways? Why you take? It's like Jay and Bree is talking to himself while trying to talk to us for him to convince himself. This is what it is. Yeah. This is what it is. He's talking to himself. He's not talking to us. He's talking to himself. Because he's the one stubborn. He's the one stubborn. Don't want to see, like, dude, everything that you talk about, none of that shit is on the documents. None of the names that you talk is nothing there. You have a Jack Decor. That's all I know. You don't even want to say that I was right. When in the list of suspects, y'all seen the name Jack Decor. None of y'all motherfuckers that have been hearing me since 2022. None of y'all content creators, none of y'all motherfuckers that have heard me saying it for the past, since 2022 all the way to 2025. Is many and multiple big and small content creators they have heard J-Rod on Point saying Jack Decor is my main suspect. Everybody was like, no, I bet you Jack Decor wasn't even a suspect. They clear him and da 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 da. How the fuck they gonna clear him if he wasn't not a suspect? And how you clear Jack Decor? Oh, you ran Jack Decor's DNA on offering and didn't have no hit. You lying son of y'all lying son of a bitches. Because even if the DNA was made available, it was not processed. Because I promise you, if Jack Decor DNA was given like they say he did, that he offered DNA, if they test that DNA, run that DNA and compare it against the DNA in the house, you killer. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all hide any wrongdoing from the students of University of Idaho. And this is why I told Moscow PD in that call, oh, and you know the Moscow PD, the University of Idaho don't want no blood on their hands. I literally say those words to Moscow PD.
Out there. What's interesting is, y'all know I work pretty hard at putting together the information that I put together for you to try to get closer to the truth in this case.
No, you work real hard putting together a narrative that doesn't get no one nowhere, you idiot. Because if you ask me purposely or not purposely, but you try to keep everybody away from the frat boys, you try to keep everyone away from making the University of Idaho and the frat boys responsible from this killing. Is you working for them, Jay and Bree? Jay and Bree, my question to you is you working for the University of Idaho? Because if you ask me, Jay and Bree could be the YouTube Molly. Yeah. Yeah, y'all thought I wasn't thinking about that, huh? Y'all thought I wasn't thinking about that, huh? What about if Jay and Bree is the YouTube Molly? Yes. Yes. It makes sense to you now? Does it make sense to you now that Jay and Bree is Bill Thompson's Molly in YouTube? Another meth head, another meth head, another meth head used to promote a false narrative. I repeat, another meth head used by Bill Thompson to push a false narrative. I don't know if this is true, but it looks like it looks like I need you to tell this narrative for me. I need you to push this narrative for me, and we will make sure that we send bots and views and people to back up your channel. Because this is the same thing was told to me. This is the same thing was told to me when the emails were sent to me. They broke it down, all the information that I needed to bring out. Casa Miriam. Yeah, you know Amy. And all those names is one person. I'm telling you right now. All those names is one person. One person. With multiple accounts. And I can't even say that it's Michelle. It might be her. We don't know. That's why I put the link on StreamYard there to see if Michelle got the balls to come and have a conversation about all the fuckery. Yeah, no, Lucy, at this point, I don't think it's Michelle. I don't. I don't. I think that Michelle was part of the problem with, trying to spread the same information. If you ask me, Michelle was part of the promotion of bad information because she was trying to promote the same information that he was giving in those emails. But no, I don't think that Michelle, no. I think it's someone else. But the problem, the bone that I gotta pick with Jay and Bree is that he said that he worked hard, but he worked hard pushing his narrative. So the time that he take to build these videos, the information that he put in these videos is only for the reasoning of enforcing his dumb shit. Because nothing that he's putting together in these videos is even close to what's in the documents. My problem here is why he won't admit that he was wrong all along. Why? He afraid of lose subscribers? He afraid to lose views and shit? Like is he afraid of the people who found out that he's a fraud?
It's interesting. Almost every video I put out, I scan the thumbnails, and as a former creator that I pretty much made go away used to say, I have clowns to the left of me and jokers to the right. Every time I put out a video, I'll see another person put out a video trying to negate what I have described.
Say my name, say my name. When no one's around you, say, baby, you hate me. When you say my name, say my name, say my name. Piece of shit.
Covered. And the problem with that is these people are just not very bright.
No shit, dipshit. We already know you're not that bright. Listen, all that. Your brain cells, fry them. They fucking gone. You fuses, blacked. You overdid it on that. You overdid it because your brain is fried, dude. Fried.
They're always going to go back to the frat boys did it. It's Jack D. It's Jack Showalter. Because I don't know. I guess maybe in their minds it makes them feel better if they think college kids did this instead of.
My question to Lucy Morningstar and everyone that is in the chat: does Jack D was a suspect? Was Jack D a suspect? I'm gonna answer that shit myself. Yes, he was a suspect. How he was clear? He was not clear. They said that he was clear, but for you to clear someone, you have to investigate this person, and you know there is no investigation on Jack Decor. How in the heck? How in the heck you are going to say? How you are going to say that Jack D couldn't done it when he was the suspect? The same suspect that they did not investigate, the same suspect that they did not process his DNA and compare it against the DNA left in the crime scene. That's for a fact. That's for a fact. There is no lab work on Jack Decor. Is no lab work on Jack Decor. So now, if it's no DNA lab work comparable, comparing his DNA with whatever DNA was at the house, which that was not done, how you, Jay and Bree, gonna have the balls to say that? How you gonna have even the face to say this? Hold on.
Person put out a video trying to negate what I have discovered. And the problem with that is these people are just not very bright.
That's all you could say. That's all. You can't even argue. You can't even argue because you don't have no argument. You could only say that they not smart, they dumb, they this, they that. You only calling people names, but you are not breaking nothing down, dude. Is you serious? Is he still smoking meth? Does anyone know if he's still smoking meth?
They're always going to go back to the frat boys did it. It's Jack D. It's Jack Showalter. Because I don't know. I guess maybe in their minds it makes them feel better if they think college kids did this instead of real people. So
instead of real people. So the college students are not real people. Can you see when someone smokes so much meth that even in the way they talk, they expose themselves? You see what I'm trying to say? Like, he don't even watch his videos before he put them out. Because if he did watch his videos before he put them out, he would be like, Dean, I just call living and breathing human beings not real? Did I just call living and breathing humans not real? So paparazzi, Jay and Bree just pulled a Ryan Upchurch. Jay and Bree just pulled a Ryan Upchurch, saying the real human beings, are not real. What a dumbass, huh? Let's continue listening to his garbage.
So here's why they will never get anywhere near the truth in this case.
Bitch, I already got close to the truth. Meanwhile, you talking your shit. Who's winning? Me. I won long time ago. Jay and Bree. You know why? Because whatever you was talking about, if whatever you trying to imply was any truth or any hint or anything close to it, we would have seen it already in documents, dude. Where's your CI on documents? Where you CI? Oh, well, it's a CI. Well, CIs, they still in documents. The only close to a CI that you could have, it was Molly, the DoorDash driver, you dumb son of a bitch. You don't even mention Molly. You mention a whole bunch of names or a whole bunch of other people that don't have nothing to do with this fucking case. Not even related. Not even mentioned. Not even with a connection. I thought when Molly, the DoorDash driver, came out, I thought you was about to do a victory lap. Oh, you see, I told you. I told you it was a CI. I told you it was a human CI. You ain't even do that. Dude, you ain't even do that. You didn't even do that. You are so lost in the sauce. The DoorDash driver Molly came out and you was like, I thought I was like, look it. Watch Jay and Bree gonna say that you see, I told you it was a CR when Molly came out. Not even that. But you still try to push an Aryan nation, a Aryan Knights drug deal gone wrong. You dare to say that Jack Decor and the frat boys don't have nothing to do with this when they were the number one suspects. How in the heck you gonna have a Jack Decor as the number one suspect, but then a drug deal going wrong at the same time? Make that make sense, Jay and Bree. Stop smoking meth.
No matter how hard they try, because they don't have the capability to think about what really went on in this case. So, you know what I do? I focus in on what's current, what's been released, try to give you all the information that I can about the case, but then I always revert back to what I know is true. And I go back to uncovered individuals that I have very strong suspicions about. And sometimes I take myself back to the beginning with those individuals.
He's suspicious of people that is not even in the documents. Your suspicions are generated by your own delusion or your misguidance. Jim Bree, is you working for Scott Green? J and Bree, is you working for Scott Green? You weird, bro. You need to stop smoking meth, bro. I swear.
And just look at things that I've looked at in the past to see if maybe I've missed something. And of
You miss everything, you idiot.
course, sprinkle in new information that we've gathered from released information. And of course, those statements by people around the victims. And it's interesting. Whenever I do that and I apply the new information, something always pops out like a sore thumb and just slaps me right in the face. So in this video, we're going to get back into the real investigation into who's really responsible for this. And I'm going to show you something that will blow your hair back. So if you've already slicked it down, you may want to cover it. Let's roll.
what is it? What is it with all these TikTokers? What is it with all these TikTokers that they are so fucking delusional, bro? Delusional.
Back up 10,000 feet and look at what I know to be true. And that is during the time of the atrocity, we had the Omerta boys bringing in large quantities of narcotics up into Seattle and Spokane. They bring it over to, well, they're bringing it to Seattle and Tacoma. They bring it over to Spokane. And then they had middlemen that would traffic everything from Spokane to Coeur d'Alene to Colfax to Pullman.
All right. Lucy, that's why I left the comment right there on the screen. Ah, for him to say anything that he just said right now, he have to have proof or knowing that this what he's saying is a fact. Unless you are involved on that drug trade, or 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 you have previous informations about this, they will link this to the Idaho 4. You either have to be involved with this for you to know, or you have to have some kind of police information. They will link this to the crime. What you're doing here is literally lying to the people. You creating this in your own head, bro. Your mind is so gone for clout that now you saying anything. In other words, you don't care if your reputation will be destroyed. You do not care if your reputation get destroyed one day. You don't. What you're caring right now is to push a false information about shit that you're creating in your own head. To satisfy who, bro? You? And your urge to be right? When the documents and the whole YouTube true crime community prove you wrong? Yes, you get views. Yeah, you got subscribers. A bunch of retards. Just like you. And I don't even feel sorry for them. They could all stay with you. I don't want none of you subscribers. I don't want not one of you subscribers. I don't. You could keep them all for you. Because every time I go down those comments, it's a whole bunch of idiots that think just like you. So yeah, I don't want those motherfuckers in my chat room. Fuck out of here. I don't want none of those motherfuckers in my comment section. They weird. Just like you. I could all stay together.
In Moscow, down to Julietta, Lewiston, and then all the way down to Boise to the AK guys. And we know that.
Oh, to the AK guys. Do you know the AK guys? Path. Listen, I'm gonna make this big. I gotta let me take the because I want you to see my face. Jay and Bree, I'm gonna give you an advice as a YouTube true crime content creator. But first and foremost, I'm gonna give you advice as a dude from the streets, a dude that ran the streets, a dude that ran the streets. Not like you, fiend, custody, you know what I'm saying? Stealing, robbing, the bum. No, I was not. I was the guy running the streets. For real, for real. Okay? I'm gonna give you an advice knowing what I know at this day today. I'm gonna give you an advice. When you talk about shit like this and you trying to say that these people have anything to do with this massacre, and you know that you're talking about high level criminals, I don't know where you live, and even if I knew, I'm not gonna give these criminals a hint of where you live. Because if these people that you talk about, that you trying to involucrate them in the massacre, if I were you, be very concerned. If I were you, be very concerned. Because if the same people that you talk about, which we know for a fact that none of these people that you talk about have any connection with the Idaho 4, what you are talking about here is invented in your own imagination. Because there's no information in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case out of documents. They will even imply anything like this. I really thought that when the case was closed and the documents started to coming out, I thought you would come around and be like, you know what? I was wrong all along. And meanwhile, I was saying that Jrod on point was a dumbass, that he did not know what he was talking about. He actually knew what he was talking about. Because the main suspect was Jack D and his buddies. None of these people. Nowhere to be found. No drug deal, no nothing, no nothing. It seems that it was all students from the University of Idaho. They have total and absolute control of that area. Do you know that if any of this that you talk about, any of this that you talking about was really happening in the University of Idaho, these people right here would have Moscow PD, would have the University of Idaho Police, it would have ISP, it would have FBI, it would have CIA, Homeland Security on their ass. They wouldn't have a chance to kill in that area. They wouldn't have the chance to kill Greek life students. These people wouldn't even got close to them. You know why? And I'm gonna shut you down with this. These people are not Greek life. The victims are Greek life. Greek lifers see everyone else as enemies. They wouldn't have deals with people like this. They will have deals with their own people because they got fucking money and connections to get the fucking drugs that they need without relying on these fucking dumb ass criminals. Because the students of the University of Idaho has better, bigger, and more connections than these dumb criminals. These dumb criminals would never have the chance to get close to the students of the University of Idaho. You know why? Because if he's even the thought in the students of the University of Idaho that somebody outside of the Greek life is coming to kill them or is a problem with them, these people would have got arrested even before they even thought about killing the Idaho folk. Because they would have the University of Idaho police, they would have Moscow PD, ISP, FBI, everybody on top of them way before they even think about killing the Idaho folk. But you the only dumbass they will think like that. You the only dumbass they will think that simple petty drug dealers will even get close to high scale level students with money, connections within them. For them to get drugs, they don't have to go outside of the Greek life. For them to get beer, they don't have to. For them to get alcohol, they don't have to get out of the Greek life. Because in case y'all forgot, it was a fraternity member buying alcohol for Ethan and Santa. Huh? That's a crime, right? That's a crime, right? Buying alcohol for a non-adult allowed to drink. So in the same way, you see members of fraternities buying alcohol to their members that are not old enough to drink. Don't you think, you idiot, that they won't be able to find drugs if they want to through the same fraternity? And you think that these high-class students on the Greek life gonna come and have deals with bum-ass, simple, street-level drug dealers? You are a fucking piece of shit, Jay and Bree. You suck, bro. You ain't no smart. You ain't no analytical. You do not know how the streets run. You do not know how a college runs. You do not know how the Greek life program runs. For you to speak about the stupid shit that you're talking about, Jay and Bree, you need to motherfucking do your homework, you idiot. You can't just fucking get whatever you get out of the emails and come here to you to True Crime and speak you shit. You have to put the work. You have to study. You actually probably, if you was at my level when I was in the streets, which you was the bum, you was the fiend, the custody, the fiend. I'm all the way up here. I'm all the way up here. I'm the one giving orders and making shit happen. Okay? So if you ever in your life will be in a position that have a couple of $1 million like I have in my life, you will meet high-class people in high places. selling the product that I was selling back in the day, selling the product, I got to meet lawyers that are users, judges that are users, DAs that are users, They like to use that. Cops that are corrupted. Dentists. They go to pull out your teeth high on something. So if you would ever be in a position of power ever in your life, you would know how power feels. You would know that with power, it comes a mentality. Okay? The University of Idaho is the power. The University of Idaho, in the same way, all the universities around United States of America, you dumb son of a bitch, Jay and Bree, they tell their members, their students, do not mesh with the locals. Do not mesh with the locals. That means that the students of the University of Idaho, they will only mess with their own. That's why it's no Bryan Kohberger could have done this crime. That's why it's no drug deal could have done this crime. Because the University of Idaho, as other universities around United States of America, they tell the frat members and the sorority members, do not, and I repeat, do not mesh with the locals. Do not mesh with the locals. That means do not have business with them. That means that if they need drugs, they need alcohol, whatever the fuck they need, they have to go to the source, which is their own fraternity and sorority leaders. That's the one that brings the drugs. That's the one that brings the alcohol. That's the one that do all the fucked up shit that people want to talk about. That's them. Ain't no one from outside. Is no one, no Bryan Kohberger, and none of this shit that Jay and Bree's talking about. And Jay and Bree don't took a chance, don't took a time to even think about the shit that he fucking talking about. Because obviously he do not know the Greek life community do not match with locals, do not match with outsiders. WSU and the University of Idaho do not mesh like that. You know who mesh like that between the University of Idaho and WSU? The same fraternities within those two colleges. That's the only people that mesh with each other. Because you have Sigma Chi and WSU. You have Sigma Chi and the University of Idaho. You have Kappa Sigma and WSU. So you have Kappa Sigma and the University of Idaho. And y'all wonder what's the connection between the University of Idaho and WSU? The fraternities. That's the connection. That's the communication. That's why it's so easy to put two colleges to work together, because the fraternities in it. In reality, those two colleges are not competition where you have the same sororities and fraternities in the same college. They're not competition. They're actually in cahoot. But you want to talk about a whole bunch of strangers from outsiders coming to kill a group of Greek life students that are well protected by themselves. Just think about it. They were protected by themselves. Just imagine Moscow PD, ISP, FBI hunting them. These people would have even got close to kill in Idaho. They would have not got close to kill those students. They would have not got close to kill the house. Because if that did occur or would have occurred, the students wouldn't have no problem snitching on these people to the college authorities. So the college authorities get these people the fuck out of here. That's why, Jay and Bree, your whole story just got debunked. You fucking welcome, you idiot. You fucking welcome.
That is a very stable route that they had going, down to the point to where the AK guys in prison had attorneys bringing them narcotics to them in prison, verified now. But looking at this area in between where the Omerta boys narcotics would reach Boise, there is quite a few players, we believe, in between this area that may have contributed to this atrocity. And then when I go to each area, I plug in the people that we know and start to look and see if I see any patterns evolving. For instance, when I go to
This is the part that it pissed me off the words when you say all this fucking nonsense shit and you're trying to get Kara in the middle of all. You're trying to blame Kara for what happened to her daughter. How fucked up of a person you could be to even implying that? You implying shit the Moscow PD, the FBI, and none of the investigative body has implied. And believe me, I do believe. I do believe the Moscow PD had a reason to divert the investigation away from the students of the University of Idaho. Jay and Bree, don't you think that if what you're talking about was correct, or what you're talking about is even applicable to this case, don't you think the Moscow PD, instead of having Bryan Kohberger on all that trickery trick that they did to get a total stranger, don't you think if your theory makes sense, using Kara and blaming Kara for what happened to her daughter, don't you think the Moscow PD would have used Kara as a scapegoat? Don't you think that they would have Kara saying like, yeah, I think this other person would have done it, and it would be easier for Moscow PD? Don't you think? Like, again, I know you're not that bright, but I'm trying to have a proper argument to see if you actually bright enough to contradict my argument. But I believe that you're just gonna say that I'm a dumbass, I'm Puerto Rican, what the Puerto Rican know, more racist shit, and you're never gonna make sense of your own shit. Because again, instead of Moscow PD doing all this crazy shit that they did, don't you think that it was easier using the mom of one of the victims point fingers at some people, lock up those people, and done deal? Easier and believable? No. They had to make sure that everyone, the students, the family members, and the University of Idaho is totally detached from the killer. What they did not expect, because they are fucking desperate. It was the same no connection with Bryan Kohberger. It would have bite him in the ass. because they wanted to blame someone that is away from everyone, family members, students, University of Idaho. Is the same reason why Bryan Kohberger is not it, because there's no fucking connection. But here we have Jay and Bree try to push down the throat a story having Kara involucrated somehow, because whatever her past, and try to imply that what happened to the Idaho 4 is related with anything Kara doing. What kind of piece of shit are you, Jay and Bree? What type of piece of shit are you that you are not just pushing a narrative that is nowhere to be found or close to paperwork? Jack D is more of a suspect than any of these people. So now you tell me who's close to the truth, me or you? Stupid son of a bitch. And you have to still be smoking meth for you to even fucking think how you think, bro. You have to still be smoking meth for you to think how you think. Or you work for Scott Green. Is no other. Is no other. Is no other. I can't stand you, Jay and Bree. I can't stand you. Because you're not just delusional, but as you even sound like you have an agenda though. That's why I'm asking you, do you work for Scott Green? Do you work for Scott Green? And officially, I declare Jay and Bree Molly the DoorDash driver of YouTube. His name is Maybe. Not Jay and Bree, he's Jay Maybe. Yeah, man. Is crazy, and he's bad because he's like, you see these motherfucker come here to YouTube true crime and act like, because he said delusion at this point, it's a delusion. At this point I could only blame it on drug use or drug abuse or long lasting drug abuse. That even though if now he don't do no drugs, if that was the case, his brain is so fried and gone that he don't have no comeback. He's no coming back out of a meth trip. I'm telling you right now. And it's crazy, how their delusion goes outside of reality to the point that even if a bunch of people is pinpointing that everything he's saying and everything all these other idiots been saying about the possibility of the drug deal going wrong, the CI, come on, man. Moscow PD already told you how they got to Kohberger. The FBI, Moscow PD already told you how they got to Kohberger. You the only dumbass still trying to make yourself right on something that you wrong. While you trying to prove how Moscow PD got to Kohberger, Moscow PD and the FBI already told you how they got to him. They pick and shows him. That's it. It was no investigation to get to Kohberger. It was the name Kohberger put in the pot and cooked up. That's it. That's it. Well, big shout out Lucy Lou. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Y'all always make these live streams way better. And I thank you so much for everything that y'all do and for keeping me in company. Very much appreciated. But I have to come here and give you a little bit of me. I have to come here and try to lure Michelle out of her rat hole. But again, she left. She deactivated her channel. She deactivated her channel, I think today. She deactivated her channel. Channel is gone. Videos are gone. You don't find them on the Idaho 4 feed no more. Lucy, Michelle is mad at herself because she are ruining her own life. Michelle ruined her own life. Actually, I wanted to talk to her about how she did ruin her life. I wanted to talk to her about it. I wanted to talk to her about how she ruined her YouTube experience. I wanted to talk to her about, her relationship with her daughter and the situation with her daughter. I wanted to hear her take on that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give Michelle the mic today for her to come by and, I don't know, explain herself. Because she talked to herself in her channel. She showed the indication to the people that she wants to talk. She has something to say. So if you have something to say, you want to talk, I did give you my platform today for you to speak your piece. Because I knew that Lucy would have come, Amy would have come, the ladies would have come, and she would be able to get confronted by the same people that she talks shit about. You know what I mean? I wanted her to come here, give her the mic, and get whatever she was about to get. But I was willing to give her the mic for her to embarrass herself again. That was my whole intention, that me putting her on the title, because I wanted her to come to this show and prove the bitch wrong once again. I only had to put her on the title for her to fucking leave YouTube again. Michelle, don't come back to YouTube try to say that you want to be heard. Don't come back to YouTube saying that you want to be heard. There is these ladies in true crime. Is this lady's fault that they supporting narcissists, YouTube true crime creators, and all this other shit? Because you know what? You call me narcissist and all this shit, right? I was trying today to give you the mic for you to say whatever you needed to say, but you needed to deal with whatever I was about to tell you. You deactivated your channel and you fucking left again. We don't want to hear you bullshit. You're not hearing YouTube. You're not hearing YouTube to help victims. You're hearing YouTube to make yourself a fucking victim and try to have people to feel sorry for you. What you're finding out, Michelle, is that these days people are cold-blooded. We don't give a fuck about you. We don't give a fuck about what you've been saying. We don't give a fuck about you Idaho 4 takes. We only give a fuck of you staying the fuck away from YouTube, so like that we could live a regular normal life in YouTube. Because you only come here to YouTube to bitch and moan and complain. Oh, look at me. Look at me. Look at me, Michelle. Shut the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Ain't no one gonna hold you hand, especially when you bite in the hand that try to hold you, stupid son of a bitch. Fuck out of here. Big shout out to the ladies. Big shout out to Lucy Lou. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much. Very so much appreciated, ladies. I don't know where I'd be without y'all. Thank you for keeping me company. I really have a problem with people that are delusional, like Jay and Bree, Michelle, motherfuckers like Gray Huge. I can't stand them. It's something about them that is nasty, and I just can't get with. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Lucy, for being here. Thank you, Amy Conway. Very so much appreciated. I had to come and give you a little piece of me because, man, I'm tired. I'm tired of content creators try to act like they know it all and they are their attention and this and that. This is why you don't see me in no other YouTube true crime content creator show. I don't go nowhere. I don't. Because if you ask me, it's a whole bunch of YouTube content creators that are weird as fuck. Weird. Their chat room is weird. The people in their chat room is weird. 9 times out of 10, all the people in their chat room is black here. Because I don't want them here. If I go through your chat room and I see all the people, I start clicking on all of them. I block everyone on your chat room. Everyone. I don't want you here. It's probably the same motherfuckers coming here and try to chat here. And we don't see what they're talking about because I don't want them here. It's certain chat rooms. I promise you, it's certain chat rooms here in YouTube that everyone in that chat room is blocked here. Because I don't want none of those motherfuckers. I don't want them subscribed to me. I don't want them here talking to me. No, I get the fuck out of here. Stay over there. Stay being weird. And I stay here being sexy. Big shout out to everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Lucy, as always. Amy Conway. Yeah, I only go to few content creators like Kathy from the Indie Zone. And you know what I mean? Sometimes I go and see Dago just to see what he talking about and stuff like that. I don't talk in the chat. I don't like the majority of Dago's chat room. I don't like them. I don't like none of those bitches in there. I don't like half of his subscribers. The majority of people in chat are fucking weirdos. So yeah, I don't. That's why you don't see me talking with none of these YouTube content creators, because you know what? All these motherfuckers know who's the only motherfucker bringing the real topics and the real conversation. And after Bryan Kohberger plead guilty and the document started to came out, instead of y'all motherfuckers coming to me and give me a pat on the back and be like, damn, Jrod, you're the only one that took a risk saying everything you was saying while we was thinking you was crazy. Y'all end up being crazy. And then now when the documents are coming out now y'all all gather together in panels and talk about how wrong y'all was. Meanwhile, over here, I'm still here with Amy Conway, Jane, Lucy Lou, many others, Kane, Kate Lynn, and many others that come here and have real conversations that prosper. Real topics. When I talk to you here, I talk to you like you my family member, so I cannot lie to you. If I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I don't have a problem saying that I'm wrong when I'm wrong. But if I'm right, shit, you have to deal with me saying that I won. Shit. Because the last that I know, I was telling y'all since 2022, the Jack Decor was my main suspect. And meanwhile, all of y'all was like, oh, that's impossible. Jack Decor couldn't do it. I promise you, Jack Decor is not even a suspect. And da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. What happened after y'all found out that Jack Decor was the main suspect? Y'all couldn't even come here and be like, you know what, Jrod, you was right. You fucking did your homework way before we all did. You fucking welcome. You like it or not, I'm way step ahead of all true crime content creators. All. 100 steps ahead. And these things that I have in store for you to hear, soon as Bryan Kohberger goes back home. Soon as Bryan Kohberger goes back home, I'm going to tell you stories about Jack Decor and Kiely. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. One thing that I got to tell you, that yes, Jack Decor got physical with Kiely at some point. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Jack Decor got physical with Kiely at one point. You still think that he didn't do it? I wonder why you think that he couldn't done it. When even the Goncalves thought of him right away. Oops. Did I say that? I got more to come. Because meanwhile, y'all want to act like y'all know something. Y'all don't know shit. Big shout out to Lucy Lou. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Very so much appreciated, ladies. Y'all are the best. I don't know where my show be without y'all. And yeah, Lucy, this case, the Idaho 4, it was a simple case. Lucy, I think you more than anybody know how simple this case is. Simple. The only complication was what Moscow PD and the FBI did to put Kohberger in the blender. That's the only complicated part. And it wasn't not even complicated. It was just putting his name on paperwork and then follow suit. They only needed to call his name out and just throw a whole bunch of spaghetti in the wall. And that's exactly what they did. Many times Lucy has shown to the whole true crime community that this Idaho 4, it was not a complicated case. Like you don't have to be a genius to make it make sense. Lucy has make it make sense. Amy has make it make sense to everybody in YouTube chat rooms. And I think that if it wasn't for ladies like Lucy and ladies like Amy and Jane that always go to all the chat rooms and have conversations with people and give them the facts and stuff like that, I'm telling you, Lucy and Amy Conway are a very essential part of true crime. They are essential. Like, we need more ladies like Lucy and Amy Conway. We do. Lucy has shown many chat rooms that she know what she's talking about. And me having Lucy Lou and Amy Conway here in chat, it makes my day. It makes me happy, and it gives me a reason um to keep coming. People do definitely want to be more than, yeah. I know Lucy is just crazy, but please, Lucy, keep doing what you're doing. Amy Conway, please keep doing what you're doing. Keep sharing, keep talking about it, keep illuminating the chat rooms. I wish, I had the even the poise to go to chat rooms and just. But me, I'm to one point that I can't deal with stupid. You know what I mean? I cannot deal with stupid. I just can't. I got so much shit going on that I got to a point that I just can't deal with stupid. I just can't. I'm allergic to stupid. That's why you don't see me in many other chat rooms and shit, because there's a whole bunch of stupid people in their chat rooms. You know what I mean? So, but big shout out to Lucy Morningstar. Y'all the best of the best. Please, Amy Conway and Lucy, keep doing the Lord's job. Keep working for the Lord. Because Amy Conway and Lucy Lou are those angels, those true crime angels that we all need. Big shout out to Lucy. Big shout out to Amy Conway. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here today. If you find any value in the content that we provide to you, please make sure hit me with a cup of coffee and a cash out the On Point Family. Cup of coffee, a car, a house, whatever you want to buy me. I'm not gonna bitch about it. All right. So thank you for the ladies for being here today, and I'm gonna leave y'all with your favorite song, my favorite song. You so sexy. Have a good day, ladies. Love ya. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I'm nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself, for everyone around you. Love yourself, take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. Have a good night, ladies. Love ya.